What's up, people? David here. And so listen, the more that you hang around me in this channel, the more you're going to discover that I love talking about all things that have to do with the mind. I'm obsessed with it. I'm fascinated by it. I can't stop studying it, applying it, and helping people with it. And so what I've found is that the mind is the key to success in all areas of life. And if we don't have the mind aligned, all the strategies and tactics that we might take, any approach or method, is only going to get short-term results and ultimately fail in the long term. So when we're talking about upgrading the mind, it's really important not only to work on a conscious level, but also work on a subconscious level in order to upgrade things so you can see better outcomes. Also going to be specifically talking about how to reprogram the subconscious mind in terms of becoming more confident in yourself, even though this process will work with reprogramming your subconscious mind and with whatever change you desire. And if you're a regular here, welcome back. Glad that you're here. And if you're new, welcome. And make sure to hit the like, subscribe button, and the notification bell so you get notified of new videos right as they come out. Oh, and just a heads up, before we get started, you may want to take out a pen and paper or open up a document to take some notes on this three-step process. Okay, so step number one is identify negative patterns. What does this mean? This means that it all starts with awareness, and we need to identify what negative thoughts, beliefs, these patterns that are coming up throughout the day that are getting in the way of you feeling confident in yourself. Typically what this looks like are thoughts like, I'm just not good enough. I'm a loser. Why can't I be as confident or successful as so-and-so? Johnny, Jennifer, whoever, right? Why can't I just be more me? Why can't I just express myself? Whatever those specific thoughts are for you, identify those, be mindful, look with non-judgmental awareness, and write them down throughout the day. This is a really important starting point in order to identify what needs to be reprogrammed so you can be more confident in yourself. So when it comes to reprogramming the subconscious mind, this is something that I do on nearly a daily basis. And especially when I'm working on something big, I make sure to hit this every day, sometimes multiple times a day. For instance, in the relaunch of this channel and shifting the direction of my coaching business. Now, a quick tip on this step is to really do your best to be kind, be gentle with yourself. When we start observing what's really there, it can actually cause, a bit of an emotional reaction, because the tapes are playing all the time and we may not even be aware of these tapes, these negative mental tapes that we think are just us or the way the world is. So try to treat this as you're kind of an observer of the nature of your thought patterns, kind of like on one of those wildlife shows, right? There's a scientist observing the wildlife, and think of your thoughts as the wildlife, because, well, that's kind of true. Our thoughts get pretty wild sometimes. And being really non-judgmental and observational of these negative thought patterns and beliefs. Now for step two, which is reframe and rewrite. So now that you've spent a day or two identifying your negative thought patterns, your negative beliefs, now it's time to reframe those, shift those into more positive and confident ones. In the coaching world and also in therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, this is simply known as reframing. Now, it's a very simple and very powerful technique. However, just because it's simple doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be easy. The more that you lack confidence or the less confident you feel, the harder this will be. Now, that's okay. That's part of the process. Just know that that's normal and it's going to be part of the process. So in working with myself, over the years with processes like this and helping people with changing their mindset, their beliefs, their thoughts into feeling more confident and being more successful, I've seen that this is just part of human nature. This is how it goes. Now, I'm not going to say it's always been challenging, but a lot of times it is. And again, that's perfectly okay. Don't quit. Don't give up on something just because it's challenging or difficult. So just make sure to stick with it. Things will get easier as you practice more and work with the process. And now in following the example in step one, we want to reframe thoughts like, I'm a loser into, I'm actually a winner, or I choose to be a winner. If you need to make it a little less strong, right? We say I choose to be instead of I am. It can be quite a leap sometimes if you're feeling really low. Or thoughts like, I'm not good enough will be, I'm good enough just as I am. That's how we would reframe that. Or, if the thought on, I'm not as successful as Johnny or Sally or whoever, right? Instead, we might say something like, my own success is my own path and my own journey. Something like that. Play with it, be creative, see what feels right and what feels good, or just a little bit better. And again, you want to frame it in the positive and not in the negative. The ultimate outcome of this step is to actually have a set of lines or a script or a story put together that is the new version of you, the confident version of you that we're going to use in the next step to actually do the reprogramming of your subconscious mind. So now at this point, what you have is a written out script or a set of positive beliefs about you being a more confident version of you. Now, this is all done in language, right? What you can also do is use this to create a visual scene of what it looks like, what it feels like to be you in that confident state, what you might say, what you might do, and how you interact with other people and the world. So now you've taken the written script and also created a scene of which you can use either one and or both for the third step, the reprogramming step. And really quickly, I want to ask you in the comments below, let me know, have you ever used a method to try to reprogram your mind, your subconscious mind, to become a more confident and successful version of yourself? Drop a comment below. I'm curious to hear about that. Okay, so now for the third step, which is do the reprogramming session. In this step, the key here is to really get into a deeper and more relaxed state so that the belief statements and the script and or scene that you've created can really seep into the subconscious mind so you can become that more confident version of yourself. So before I lay out a simple process to do the reprogramming session, I really want to drive the point home that you want to do your best. Done is better than perfect. This isn't about perfection, but do your best in really feeling those belief statements as you say them and really feeling that scene that you have created visually if you're going that route, and or mixing and matching, saying the statements to yourself, seeing the scene. You can mix and match, you can do one or the other. Really experiment when you're doing this process and find and feel what works for you. So here's a simple way to do your reprogramming session. The first thing you're going to want to do is take about a minute or so, a minute to 2 minutes, to really slow down your breathing, really get into a deeper, relaxed state. You can be sitting, you can be lying down. If you're lying down, it could be trickier if you fall asleep easily. So maybe you want to sit or sit on an incline. You just want to be comfortable and really relax yourself and your body into a state that is going to allow you to put in the new subconscious programming. Now that you've done that, now you're in this deeper, relaxed state. For the next 5 to 8 minutes or so, you want to mutter the statements to yourself. You can say them in your mind silently. You could whisper them. You could say them at a normal talking voice. You could say them louder, whatever you want to do. Or you can visualize the scene in these 5 to 8 minutes in this deep, relaxed state. And this is where the reprogramming occurs. Over and over, you're going to say the statements, you're going to see the scene, or mix and match both so that you really feel this new confident version of yourself. So now that you've done this for 5 to 8 minutes, you will simply stop the programming, stop saying the statements, stop visualizing, tune into your breath, and for the next 30 seconds to a minute or so, maybe a little longer if you'd like, just start to return to your breath. Slowly open your eyes as you approach that 30 seconds, a minute or so, and then return to your normal waking life, and you are done with your session. Now you can practice this every day, every other day. The more you practice it, generally the better. And look, sometimes the session's going to go pretty smoothly. Sometimes it's going to be a little more challenging because your mind is fighting you. That's okay. That's all normal, right? This is practice, not perfection. So keep practicing until you are feeling and being that more confident version of yourself. And by the way, I've got a super cool free gift for you right now. Below this video in the description, there's a download link that has a free guided meditation that will help you with this third step. It runs you through what I just taught you, but also has some extra bells and whistles. I've used this track myself. I've actually designed it for myself originally, then I upgraded it to help myself and clients, and given many clients this track. I've gotten great feedback from people. It's really helped them to reprogram their subconscious mind to become more confident and successful version of themselves. So all you need to do is click on that link below the video, enter your name and email, and it will be sent straight to your email inbox. All right, my friends, there's a simple 3-step process for you to reprogram your subconscious mind so you can become more confident in yourself. Make sure to drop a comment below. Let me know if this was helpful, if you like this, and or if you've tried other subconscious reprogramming methods or whatever methods you've tried to make yourself more confident. And make sure to hit the like, the subscribe button, and the notification bell to get notified of brand new videos when they come out. And we will see you next one. Peace.